Good morning. It's Thursday, January 30th, and I'm NASA's Nilofer Ramji. Here in Mission Control Houston, we are coming to you live in the International Space Station's Flight Control Room as we begin our coverage today of US EVA 92. Today's spacewalk includes two NASA crew members, Expedition 72 Commander, who you see on the right side of your screen, NASA astronaut Suni Williams, and Expedition 72 Flight Engineer Butch Wilmore. You are looking at views of the Flight Control Room at the International Space Station Flight Control Room here in Mission Control Houston. We are going through a brief handover period as Orbit 1 swaps over into Orbit 2. If you're just joining us this morning, you are looking at live views from the International Space Station's Quest airlock as NASA astronauts that you see on your left side of the screen, Don Pettit, and on the right side of your screen, NASA astronaut Nick Hague, are putting the safer unit on Butch Wilmore's suit. This is one of the last procedures before the crew goes into the crew lock, and the hatch will close in the equipment lock. As mentioned, this is the second EVA for this year. This is EVA 91, did take place a few weeks ago. That's where NASA astronauts Suni Williams and Nick Hague completed a 6.5-hour spacewalk. When it's time for decompression, the two astronauts will enter the equipment lock and exit the equipment lock and transfer over to the crew lock. Then they will transfer into those configurations, the hatch will be closed, and the go for decompression of the crew lock will get underway. And we are under 6 minutes away with the go for depress. Once NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore makes his way into the crew lock, the hatch will be closed. With under 4 minutes remaining before we go for depress here in the flight control room, we are seeing NASA astronauts Don Pettit and Nick Hague helping NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore enter the crew hatch. Once in the crew lock, the hatch will be closed to begin the process for depressurization. Depressurization happens in a multi-step fashion. The crew hatch will go from 14...
Station on 1, EV1, EV2, sublimators dry.
Houston copies, good news.
Perfect, so you just heard that call out from NASA astronaut Don Pettit. Everything is looking nominal as they begin the final steps before closing the hatch door from the equipment lock to the crew lock.
All right, I'm connecting my safety tether to 0554. The closed slider lock, black on black, good test. So I'm coming back to hook up your safety tether. I'm going to put you to the app thing. Closed slider lock, black on black, good test.
All right, Sonny, with that, if you could give us your load path, and we'll double check to make sure you're good.
This is Mission Control Houston. This view coming to you in orbital night is of the International Space Station's Quest airlock. The hatch is now open and you can see Suni Williams as EV1 wearing the red stripes emerging. That will be followed by Butch Wilmore, EV2.
I'm on the safety tether, which you're on your safety tether.
I'm on it? Okay. Are you ready for me to come out?
I'll be ready in 1 second.
Okay.
Let me get my logo on. Okay, my logo is on. I'm ready for you to come out.
All right, here we go.
And Sonny, we'd like you to double check your yellow hook. Just one last thing.
Sorry about that. Thanks for checking me. Yellow hook, slider lock, black on black.
And Butch,
Both
when you
yellow.
get outside, if you give us your tether config.
Okay.
On your screen right now, you do see Suni Williams with EV1 with the red stripes going through her procedures as she continues to emerge. And once she is all set, we will start to see EV2, Butch Wilmore, emerging from the hatch as well. And that is coming up as we speak.
I'm on your way, Charlie.
As our two crew emerge for today's spacewalk, the space station is currently flying 260 miles above Madrid, Spain.
20-second handover, so you hold your config once you get out and let us know.
And there you see Butch Wilmore, EV2, emerging from the airlock.
Near the ACTRA, near the NZGLs.
Copy.
You too.
Coming into your view right now is Suni Williams with the red stripes and otherwise known as EV1.
Do not exert more than 7 pounds into the high gain antenna. Minimize loads into the low gain antenna. Avoid the white paint on the radio frequency group and minimize loading into the fat face of the clamshell.
The International Space Station is currently 260 miles above Earth, flying over southern Russia.
And Sunny, when you get out there, you have a go to remove the quarter-turn fasteners.
Okay. I've got 3 quarter-turn fasteners on the front face undone.
All right, and then you also have the ones on the stanchion side if you can get those.
2 quarter fasteners. Yep, 2 quarter fasteners on the stanchion. Undone.
That sounds right. So you have a go to translate to ESP2 with 5. Butch, when you get that bag stowed, you can verify the 3-stage long wire tie on the clamshell is fully installed.
Okay.
And I am at first spot, putting the ATFR in the correct position that it will go in. This 12 Papa Lima. Can I see the robotic arm?
Hey, Sonny. We're configured, ready to GCA to the published, which is going to be about 2¼ meters station aft.
Okay, that sounds great.
And Steve, before we start that, just want to make sure you got all the comm outs you need.
All right, give me one last second. Just Sunny verifying it's 12 Papa Lima 6 to install that ATFR. And Butch,
Yes, sir.
you have a go to release.
Papa message.
This is Mission Control Houston. We are about 22 minutes into this morning's spacewalk. The crew is approaching the radio frequency group worksite.
And then check the clamshell for snugness and port that. And with that, Nick, you have a go.
Okay, copy that. Thanks, Steve. Okay, Sonny, we're going to start the GCA. Going to start motion station aft, 2¼ meters.
Okay, station aft.
Motion.
I seem good motion.
Copy, good motion. Okay, you got about another meter to go, Sonny.
Sounds right. Seems good, Nick. Coming.
Another ½ meter.
I'd say you can start ramping out in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, we have stop motion.
I think this is a good position. GCA complete.
See that? Brakes are going on.
This is Mission Control Houston. You can see in front of your screen right now Suni Williams, who is getting ready to install a portable foot restraint on the Canadarm 2 robotic arm. The robotic arm is being operated from the interior of the space station by NASA astronaut Nick Hague. EV1, or Suni Williams, will take the portable foot restraint and install it onto the robotic arm as I just shared, and then ingress the foot restraint and move to. Once on that foot restraint, we will receive the go for the robotic arm to take her over to the radio frequency group worksite.
And there's good news.
All right, we'll just need a glove and half check sometime in the next.
We are standing by for that go for the Canadarm 2 robotic arm to take Suni Williams over to the RFG worksite.
Released and all cleaned up. And I'll give you some more guidance there when you're ready.
The robotic arm is being operated from inside the space station by NASA astronaut Nick Hague.
You take a glove to hat.
We'll give you some work before we turn it over. All right, we need you to, once you get the port passengers released, roll up the MOI, connect the small hook to the inner stanchion of the starboardmost and spare SSRMS joint ram handrail, and the large hook on the large small ret to the RFG MOI tether point, and then just do a baseline inspection of the paint, and we'll get that after we get our compact, and verify the MOI Velcro near the wedge clamps is open. And with that, Nick, I think we're ready. You and Sunny.
Okay, copy. Thanks, Steve. Sunny, are you ready for me to do the manual back off?
I am ready for manual back off. Nick and Don.
And you heard that call for manual backoff, meaning that Nick Hague, from operating the robotic arm from inside the space station, will begin operating the robotic arm to back Suni Williams away to take her to the RFG worksite for this morning's
I'm
EVA.
going to take you station forward, that 2¼ meters.
Okay, station forward. I am ready. GTA. That motion. Good motion? See good motion?
Hey, good motion.
And that robotic arm is in operation with Nick Hague operating it from inside the space station, taking EV1 or Suni Williams over to her RFG worksite. For those of you just joining us, EV1, worn with the red stripes, is Suni Williams, and EV2 with no stripes is Butch Wilmore. That robotic arm slowly backing away. Good views coming in of NASA astronaut Suni Williams on the robotic arm headed over to the RFG or Radio Frequency Group worksite.
Steve, you can have the comm back now. I'm going to configure for the JOCO.
Yeah, copy that. And Bush, we told you it was going to be tight back there. It'll get a little tighter once you get in position to help Sunny out here in a few minutes.
And once again, for those of you who are just joining us, RFG removal is a top priority for this morning's EVA. There you see that robotic arm operated by Nick Hague, who is inside the space station, moving Suni Williams over to the Radio Frequency Group worksite. Things are going nominally this morning as we are 42 minutes and counting into this morning's spacewalk. Spacewalk, US Spacewalk number 92. We are in orbital night right now as the space station is flying over the Pacific Ocean just north of Australia.
Feel the ramp out?
We're in position hold. Stand by while we reconfigure to get you to the RFG back off.
I can't touch anything, Steve, to get down and see anything.
And we are on a hold right now as we reposition the robotic arm to get Suni Williams over to her work site.
The MLI set, the cables, the J9, F9, whatever they are, they're out of the way.
Good.
I don't see any flaking.
That's also good. Yeah, so when they get done with this next OCAS here in a few minutes, you need to be in a good position to give her clearance.
In your view right now is NASA astronaut Suni Williams taking a Thursday morning ride to her work site.
I am working on that, sir. You bet.
Let us know how that view is if you get a chance to stick your head in there and take a look.
If I can. It's the issue.
Can you see the wedge clamps, or is there still MLI on?
I can't see. I got to go back around to the front to see that.
Yeah.
And Sonny, we're configured. It's going to send you to the RFG aft back off position.
Okay, I'm ready for the RFG aft back off position.
Starting motion.
Okay. Motion.
That's a good motion.
I see you.
I see you too.
Butch Wilmore is already at the RFG worksite, and he's just waiting on his counterpart, Suni Williams, as she makes her way there to begin the third attempt on the removal of the radio frequency group for this morning's EVA. On the bottom right side of your screen, you can see some movement over there. That is Butch Wilmore. And on the top, translating on the robotic arm using the portable foot restraint, we have Suni Williams. They're both meeting up to begin work on the radio frequency group.
Moving the MLI. Yeah, there's the TV.
Okay, Sonny, that's the aft back off position. Stand by while I can reconfigure.
And you can see Suni Williams on the top of your screen there, capturing some images of the work site.
Sonny and Butch, we're going to be bringing your tachos back on. Sonny, take your time on this GCA. We've got plenty of time. Just give yourself the opportunity to get in good position, and you can optimize it as you need to. And Butch, hopefully you'll be in a good position to help her out.
I hope so, too.
Copy that, Steve. Five of them.
Okay, that's 20.
Okay, I think I'm going to need another 15 in. I'll be all right. I just got to watch my head here.
Yep. It's clear right now.
Yep, 15 in, and I can leave to the left.
As we approach the 1 hour mark of this morning's EVA, on the left side of your screen, you can see Suni Williams, and on the right, you can see Butch Wilmore. The two are in front of the radio frequency group worksite, beginning some of the work for this morning.
Another 15.
Plenty of room on your head.
Yeah.
Okay, another 15.
I can't see your feet.
Motion.
Got my feet. Motion.
That's fine.
Okay, there's your 15.
Okay, I think I'm going to need,
You can come up.
maybe up just about 10 centimeters.
Plenty of room.
Okay, I'm going to take you toward your head, body up 10 centimeters. There's motion.
Okay, feel good motion.
That's 10 centimeters.
Okay, let me lean in and see what I can get to. I can get to 2.
Got plenty of room on your head.
Okay, I think another 10 up. 10 body up.
Okay, 10 body up. Starting motion.
Clearance.
And then 10 more in after that.
There's 10 up.
Okay, how about 10 more in?
I'll be taking you 10 body in.
There on your screen, you can see the feet right in front of you of Butch Wilmore, and to the left of your screen, you can see Suni Williams, both working at the work site, the external stowage platform 2 work site, where the radio frequency group is located.
All right, Sonny, I understand that you've got the bolt head cleaned up enough at RTV.
The duo have removed the RTV from the wedge clamp nuts, so that is good progress on the removal of today's RFG for today's spacewalk.
Yep. Might try the far one first, actually.
Yeah, looking at your reach, looks like you might be able to just check that one first just to see if you're going to need GCA at the end. That looks pretty good.
Yep.
And just as a reminder, Butch's going to have to get in there with the tool, so you might want to look at your optimal body positions to make sure everything's good.
Mind your way to get in here with the tool, Butch?
I don't think so. We'll find out. Let me get this stuff in here.
See this low gain antenna? It almost looks like Steve Bowen's head.
Not that.
It was fine when I left it.
The whole shape of it is sort of submariner-ish.
We could reach our
No, we
BRT
love you.
position.
We're both maybe out here.
And we're hearing good communication between the 2 crew members.
Okay, yeah, I got it on there. I feel like I've got good purchase on it, too.
All right, and that's on the far one, correct?
Yep. But you want to start on the other side?
Start on the other
Want to start
side.
on the starboard post?
And I want to make sure Butch can get the tool in a good config from his end, too.
Want me to take this tool and put it on my own red, Butch, so its red aren't all over the place?
It's up to you.
I'll do that. I have it readied. If I let go of this, will that be okay?
We'll be okay.
The International Space Station is currently in orbital daytime. They are above the southeast Pacific Ocean, just off the west coast of South America.
Not as clean as those ones.
And with that, we are 1 hour and 13 minutes into this morning's spacewalk. In front of your screen, the legs that you see are of NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore. And out of view right now, but working alongside him, attached to the robotic arm, is Suni Williams.
Lefty Lucy.
Okay, once you think you're ready to go, I'm going to give you some cautions.
I'll say.
I'm going this way.
Lefty loosey.
That way. Okay. Caution, Steve.
All right. Do not fully release the wedge clamp nuts due to risk of FOD. Avoid side loading and impulse loading when releasing the RFG nut. And hold the RFG wrench still when RFG nuts are being released.
Go ahead.
As needed. And we're working on the starboardmost wedge clamp nut, exactly 2 turns. Let us know when you've got that complete.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And you just heard that call out. They are releasing the starboard edge wedge clamp nuts.
I'm on it.
Have a chance, you can tell us how many threads are visible before you start.
It's sort of hard to see, but I think I see like around 3. It's got sort of easy to turn right there.
Understand. Yeah, let us know when you get those 2 turns in.
That's going pretty easy. A little bit concerned about that.
Just a little wiggle.
Does it wiggle?
Did you get a wiggle?
No. No.
All right, so understand no wiggle.
Not being able to turn this now.
You're not able to?
I'm looking at it close with them.
All right, if you had 2 turns and no wiggle, you have to go for 1 more turn, and that is it. And then tell us if there's any threads left.
Sit there.
Has it turned? Are you sure it's turned?
I thought it turned at the beginning because I saw the black line on the washers turn. I'm looking at it a little closer now. There we go.
And Butch, are you feeling loading on the wrench as she turns?
Little. Not much. Those washers really got a lot of pressure.
See two threads on there still.
Then you think you have 2 turns?
Middle one, I think, is absolutely loose. See the bolt head moving back and forth.
Okay.
A hard one to get to. This tool was designed for. So I think that one is good.
Is it wiggling?
Yeah, that the whole bolt head's moving.
The 5th one?
The middle one.
All right, so the middle one.
That one, the bolt head's moving too. Let me do a little bit more on this one. Okay. I'm on the second one, starboard second.
I feel pressure.
Copy, starboard second.
And a little bit more. Off that one. Wiggle that. Wiggling the bolt head. I think the first one is too. Starboard to outboard.
Hang on a second.
And so, Sunny.
That one I think I have to do a little bit more.
And
hold on. The second one and the third one in the order that we were doing them, Steve, the whole thing wiggles. This one, ooh, it's almost there. Yeah, that's wiggling.
That's good. So when you think you are done, what I'd like you to do is from starboard to port, verify the wiggle check was good and tell us how many threads are still protruding.
This is Mission Control Houston. We are 1 hour and 43 minutes into today's EVA.
Copy, clear.
Having proceeded to a point beyond which the first two attempts were successful, we are making progress with the removal of the radio frequency group. With us being well ahead of the timeline this morning, Suni Williams will eventually get back onto the robotic arm, which will be operated by NASA astronaut Nick Hague on the inside of the space station, and return to the forward face of the stowage platform. Once returning to the forward face, Suni Williams will continue work on the removal of the radio frequency group.
1 more meter to go.
And there on your screen, you can see Suni Williams on the Canadarm 2 robotic arm as NASA astronaut Nick Hague operates it from the inside. This is all happening while the International Space Station is 260 miles above Earth, flying over the North Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, Sunny, we're at the RFG out back off. Stand by while I reconfigure to take you to the intermediate.
Okay, sounds good. Stand by.
All right, Butch, you can get position for the RFG removal, and I need a glove and half check from both of you.
App is dry, gloves are good.
Copy, Sunny.
I have one small piece of RTV off the inboard side of my right thumb. Otherwise, the gloves are clean, and I've got a good dry half.
And Butch, we copy both of that. All right, there's a warning here. Just going to read that while we're setting up for the JOCAS. Potential sharp edges exposed from the broken jacking bolt and between the stanching mounting plate and RFG interface. So please be careful as you pull that out. But I think the jacking bolt broke pretty cleanly.
Roger that. Copy.
And once you do get it removed, which you will do, FOD from the broken jacking bolt may be liberated.
Do that.
Good words and communication between our ground IV, Stephen Williams, NASA astronaut, and Suni Williams. Stephen Bowen, sorry, and NASA astronaut Suni Williams. Like we said, we hope that the third time is the charm on this morning's EVA for the RFG removal. The RFG will be brought inside the space station and returned to Earth during a preceding cargo return mission.
If you find a loose washer...
Sunny, we're configured, ready to start motion to intermediate.
Okay, copy, Nick.
No washers.
I am ready for to the intermediate, to fly to the intermediate position.
This motion.
That robotic arm in movement right now.
Motion.
taking Suni Williams over to her next worksite.
I see you moving. I got it. There's no place to BRT up here that I can do you. Dan, not being a good geography person, are we flying over South America?
Europe, South America, sometimes it all looks the same from there.
Mountains.
And the International Space Station is currently flying just south of London. These views are coming to you live right now from the International Space Station. On the top left side of your screen, you can see NASA astronaut Suni Williams on the Canadarm 2 robotic arm as she makes her way to the next work site to continue the removal of the radio frequency group.
And Butch, we've got 20 seconds to hand over, but I need you to double check that both of your saber handles are still down.
Stand by.
Okay, Sunny, we're position hold. We're going to load in the next geocast.
Okay, standing by. Butch, do you have a second to look this way?
Good common buddy checks between the two crew doing today's spacewalk.
Safer handle.
And this beautiful view coming to you live from the International Space Station, that is NASA astronaut Suni Williams. She is EV1 with the red stripes.
45 minutes ahead, and battery limited at 726.
Copy.
This space station is currently flying 260 miles above central Poland. Suni Williams is headed over, or going to be heading over, to her next work site to continue the removal of the radio frequency group. Today's tasks are well ahead of schedule, and this is the furthest we have gotten amongst the 3 EVAs for the removal of the RFG.
Okay, Sunny, we're configured for the GCA to the published. That's going to be 2.5 meters station aft.
I concur. 2.5 station meters, 1/2 meter station aft would be good, and then I'll probably bring you in a little bit closer.
Okay, copy that. And Steve, if you got no objections, we'll start GCA.
Sounds good. We'll pick you up when you're done.
See y'all. Sunny, here's motion. Stationed aft.
Good motion.
A good motion. Okay, there's 5.
Okay. Actually, that's pretty good. I would say A complete.
You're happy? We'll go brakes on.
Yeah, I'm happy.
It's coming on. GCA complete.
All right, so the crew are getting ready to remove that radio frequency group, a top priority in this morning's spacewalk. With about 1 hour and 57 minutes into today's spacewalk, things are proceeding nominally, and we are actually ahead of schedule.
Mark Small is on the RFG. Talk about.
Hey, you can retrieve your PGT from the swing arm, and give you settings when you're ready.
Okay. I want to cowl it first.
Yep. Turns as well, and that one popped out.
All right, just verify all 8 structural bolts have popped out.
All 8 structural bolts have popped out.
So the PGT and the swing arm?
Right.
PGT stowed, and you have
You tried it?
You got to go to remove the RFG from the stanchion. Butch to assist as needed.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
I'm coming out.
Wiggle.
And just working through that removal right now.
Let's see what's keeping it in.
And if you get any motion at all, you can check the soft docks.
I am not feeling motion, but are you seeing anything?
No. I'm not.
Sharon, you didn't have any initial motion, and Bush isn't seeing anything in the back.
Oh.
It's starting to ramp out motion. We're approaching the half back off. We'll configure for the manual here, and then we've got the previous GCA. We can get you a little bit closer to the published.
Okay, sounds good. I'm right behind you.
All right.
Do you envision we're taking these all the way off? Or what are you thinking?
And Sunny, we're looking at taking the one that hasn't moved all the way off and then evaluating from there.
Okay.
So obviously we'll need all of your feedback as you both work this.
Okay, Sunny. We are configured for manual approach. We'll start the GCA, and I'll take you to publish first, and then we'll continue in another 20 centimeters, or 20 centimeters after that.
It sounds good. I'm just rearranging my trash bag, getting it ready.
You got it. I'll give you a countdown as we go. We're starting motion.
motion.
Copy, good motion.
This is Mission Control Houston.
Sonny, got another 1.25 meters to go.
That looks good. Sounds good. Get it back.
Okay.
It is behind your back, but it's clear. It's all safe. It's all not entangled with anything.
You mean my safety tether?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. Yeah. It's all good.
Sonny, we're passing the published right now, continuing on with the...
This is Mission Control Houston. We are about 2 hours and 45 minutes into today's spacewalk. That's US EVA 92 with NASA astronauts Suni Williams in the red stripes and NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore with no markings on his suit.
Got it? Thank you.
After releasing all of the structural bolts on the radio frequency group, at this point, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore are trying to get some motion in the RFG.
Yep.
They're returning to the wedge clamps to attempt to remove the wedge clamp bolts.
Position that we had you in last time.
And we will continue working through the procedure for the removal of the radio frequency group.
Sonny, that was 10 toward your head. And then another... We're going to go 10 in.
Yeah. You were still clear. Yeah.
Got 5 more forward. Okay, that's your X, and then...
Body up. Body left.
Yeah, we're at your body up. The body left we can give you, you took 5 centimeters last time.
I need more body up this time. Let's go 10 centimeters body up.
Okay, let's do that then. 10 centimeters body up. Motion. That's 10 centimeters.
Then did we go in more or left?
We can give you in.
5 in.
5 in. Five in.
Okay. You go 5 left.
Okay, I'll give you that 5 to the left.
We got the hammer ready.
All right, you have the hammer ready. How's the glove and half? That's the last thing I need. We had Radicom there for a minute.
Oh, sorry about that. I was focused. That's dry.
Half is dry, that's good. And you still have the same RTV flap? Okay.
RTV right, inboard right thumb.
Inboard right thumb. Has not changed. You got the hammer ready, and Sunny's getting ready to move again.
Okay, Sunny, we're configured. Going to start motion to the intermediate position.
Okay, ready for motion. After motion.
Copy.
This is Mission Control Houston. On your screen, you can see NASA astronaut Suni Williams, EV1, being moved over from the work site she was at with the radio frequency group to the other side, using the Canadarm 2 robotic arm. As you are following along on today's spacewalk, this is the 274th spacewalk in support of station maintenance, assembly, and upgrades. With about 3 hours and 25 minutes into today's spacewalk, we will continue to follow along, as the top priority task for today's EVA is the removal of the radio frequency group.
Okay.
Okay, Sunny, a little over a meter to go. I fed in a little port and station nadir.
That looks good. Perfect. Coming.
We can see Suni Williams approaching the other side of the radio frequency group. As the duo attempt to remove this S-band antenna from stowage platform 2 aboard the International Space Station.
Ten more, Sunny.
Great.
Okay, there's published.
Okay. Be complete.
Okay, copy. GCA complete.
Okay, with GCA complete, Sunny will need you to get
All right, Steve.
a RET onto the RFG. Let me know when that's done.
You got my large small hook on the RFG. My PGT out.
All right, we're looking at Alpha 4, counterclockwise 2, and it should be at
1,
30.5.
Alpha. Alpha 4, counterclockwise 2.
And you should have 2 bolts there, Bravo and Juliet. And
That was Bravo.
all right, pick one, and it's 11 turns, and it should be released.
Pretty quick. Good. Clockwise 2. Alpha 4, counterclockwise 2. That was Bravo.
Copy, Bravo. So we're just trying to catch up down here, Butch. I think I might have missed a call. Where are you with the bolt pullers?
I have one out.
Okay. And
I'm getting the other.
all right. We want you to keep both of them, and we're going to try that double pry on the back initially.
Okay.
This is Mission Control Houston. We are at 3 hours and 41 minutes into today's spacewalk, while Williams and Wilmore continue to pull the RFG off its stanchion. Suni Williams just broke a record while completing the tasks on today's spacewalk. And this spacewalk continues and this record continues to mount as she continues today's spacewalk. Suni Williams just surpassed former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson's EVA record of aggregate record of 60 hours and 21 minutes. And once again, that record keeps mounting at each passing minute. Suni Williams will have 9 spacewalks completed after today's EVA, while Peggy Whitson still has 10 under her belt. But once again, NASA astronaut Suni Williams in red stripes during today's EVA just surpassed the record of the total EVA hours by a female astronaut.
And Suni, looking ahead, we're thinking out loud here. From your position in ESP2, we're looking at potentially giving you a bolt puller to help pry that RFG off from the front. However, we don't want to do that while you're in the arm. So if you could assess to see if there's a BRT position you could achieve that would still allow you access to the front, or if Butch could come around and have a BRT position that would give him access to the front, that would be helpful.
The crew is back to where we started, and the smaller picture you do see on the screen is of a NASA astronaut and today's ground IV, Stephen Bowen, chatting with our flight director, Rebecca Wingfield, and in between the two of them is Will Vu, capsule communicator.
Nothing else that is holding this box in position, so that's why we're kind of trying everything. So we appreciate all your thoughts and efforts if you have anything to add.
It just feels like it's stuck. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, you'd think that it would wiggle a little bit. It's nothing. It's not even giving it at all. That's the weird part.
Yeah, we don't see anything either, even when we're wishful thinking. So if it does come off, I think it's going to come off all of a sudden. So be aware of that. We don't want you to hurt yourselves or hurt the station. So just keep that in mind as you're applying load to it. Cameras are everywhere.
Yeah. We lifted it all the way up, all the way down.
All right, but are you getting any motion on the back?
Up and down, not forward though.
So you're getting up and down, but not forward.
You can see it up and down, going up and down back there. Yeah.
But do you see any motion at the docking interface?
No.
All right, Butch, can you get any load forward and aft instead of just up and down with the pry bars back there? You might turn the bars around and put the hook end in.
I'm trying. Again, the hook end, it's hard to get in.
You can try 2 pry bars
All right,
next if you can.
wiggle, Sonny.
Like it's stuck at the front now?
It does. It looks like it because this backside's moving.
So I'm wondering if, like, on the sides here where it comes in, I don't know if you guys can see, Steve, but, like, the rails that it rides on is, like, so close on those rails.
All right, that's an interesting observation.
It hit it on either side.
Okay.
There it goes.
There it goes.
It's loose. Okay. Pull her back.
It's free.
Let go
That
of
was
it.
it.
All right, let me get my DRT off the sandrail.
Congratulations.
All right.
And there was much
All
rejoicing.
right. Holy moly. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Oh, maybe that jacking bolt was holding things.
PFR, I've got my hands on.
Holy moly is right. You hear that, we just successfully removed the radio frequency group from the.
I want to double check, make sure you've got a ret to the RFG. Butch, you got to watch your head a little bit, but let's start getting you cleaned up back there. And remember all the loose parts back there. If you see anything floating off, catch them. If you can, let us know which way they're going. Don't touch the base plate.
It's all
There's
floating off.
sharp
I'm
edges.
grabbing it. It's all floating off.
Can and let us know. And we've got plenty of time, so we're in a great config here.
Okay, Steve.
Three hours and 50 minutes into this morning's EVA, and on the third attempt of 2 previous spacewalks, the radio frequency group is finally free from the external stowage platform 2.
You say nothing configured to do the back off.
Suni Williams is moving that RFG that we can see on our screen. And this took place this morning at 10:33 a.m. Central, 11:33 a.m. Eastern, while the space station is flying above the Indian Ocean.
That's fantastic news. All right, so let's you all do a quick assessment of your areas, and I'm going to make sure we're all set down here before we move on. So give us 1 minute. All right, Sonny, we're going to give the go here for the RFG off the, let's see. We're going to give you a go for maneuvers to retrieve the back off through to intermediate position. And Butch, once you're all set, you can translate to the airlock. So with that, Nick, I'm ready for you to pick up.
Okay, Steve. Sonny, we're configured. I'm going to take you station forward.
Okay, station forward. I'm ready for motion.
Here's motion.
Motion.
Copy, good motion.
I think just with the weight, it took a little while for me to feel it. Half.
Reiterated.
At the 3-hour and 50-minute mark of today's spacewalk, NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams successfully removed the radio frequency group off of the external stowage platform 2 of the International Space Station. The priority going forward will be getting the RFG stowed in the airlock and cleaning up the worksite. You're following along on US EVA 92, the 274th spacewalk in support of assembly, maintenance, and upgrades to the International Space Station. This is Mission Control Houston.
You can open this, once you get over the airlock, you can open the thermal cover, verify it can stay fully open and it'll be clear for the ingress.
Okay, I have grabbed a large small that was holding down the MLI to put on the RFG when we get there.
And Butch, you can leave the MLI for the RFG as it is. We're going to come back and take pictures when we clean that up. And once you get to the airlock, we want you to open the thermal cover, verify it'll stay open, and you can go in the airlock and retrieve the microorganisms caddy and stow it on airlock handrail 554 for 2 reasons: to get it out of the way and just in case we have time to do samples near the airlock.
Okay, Sonny, we're configured. Here comes motion to the intermediate.
Okay, motion to the intermediate. Exit motion.
We see a good motion as the Canadarm 2 robotic arm takes NASA astronaut Suni Williams, EV1, with the radio frequency group to the airlock of the International Space Station, where Suni Williams will place the RFG into the airlock for future refurbishment. That refurbishment will take place once the RFG is returned to Earth on a future cargo resupply mission.
Okay, Sonny, it's ramping out.
Okay. The airlock, I see Butch in the airlock right now.
Okay, Sonny, we're at the intermediate and stand by while I configure for the airlock.
Okay.
So, Butch, how's it going over there?
Going good.
Got the double large small.
And Butch, are you having any issues with the thermal cover coming fully open and making sure it's clear?
No, it's open.
All right.
You said to get did you want me to get the microorganisms out?
Out to get it out of the way at least. So you want to pull that out and stow it on 554.
Okay.
Sunny, ready for motion to airlock back off?
I am ready for motion. Airlock back off.
Starting motion.
Motion.
Another half meter to publish.
Roger.
Hey, Sunny, that is published. Let me know how much further you want to go.
Can you see me? I think I probably need to come in another half meter for you to get the handle. I hang on to the...
I see you.
Let me try and maneuver it now, or come in a little closer.
I can't reach anywhere near those handles now.
Yeah.
But you need to come in closer.
How about if you give us a half a meter more, Nick?
Okay, half meter, body in.
At 4 hours and 7 minutes into today's spacewalk, the crew is in the process to stow the RFG, or radio frequency group, in the airlock. Depending on how much time this takes, the flight control team will reevaluate that timeline to see if there's any time to complete other tasks. Ground IV, Stephen Bowen, did share with the crew that we would not be able to complete other tasks, so that's being reevaluated, and we will report back with additional updates as they become available.
15 to go.
Suni Williams nearing the airlock with the radio frequency group, while Butch Wilmore supports this task of stowing the radio frequency group into the airlock.
That's good, Sunny. I'll throw brakes on.
Okay, brakes on.
Good teamwork between the crew.
Are you going to fly me in more?
Yeah, if you do the red swap.
Yeah. You're going to have to take my red off there?
I got 2 reps on it.
Yeah.
I got one on me from the...
All right, you can just let it go.
So, Butch, have you got the large, small red from the airlock on there as well as yours? And then you've released Sunny's? Is that what you said?
That's correct.
The RFG slowly being lowered into the airlock.
The clamshell, you're holding that as secure as you can. And Butch, I think we're ready to pick up with the GCA, or as necessary to get this thing in there.
I'm going to take mine off.
A good idea once you got the one
I'm
from
going to
airlock.
take mine off. Okay. Airlock's on. We're ready.
Okay, copy that, Butch. I'm going to go brakes off, starting the GCA.
Go straight in.
Yeah, Sunny, the published is another 80 centimeters body in.
Okay. I like that. Butch, you like that?
I like it.
All right, just watch this. It's coming in.
Okay, here we go. Nice and slow.
good comm between the crew on getting this RFG stowed in the airlock. We can see good views of that.
There's motion.
Motion.
Good motion.
And we can see NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore on the top of your screen, while Suni Williams is on the bottom of the screen, who is actually holding the RFG and stowing it into the airlock. Monitoring that closely to ensure that the RFG is safely stowed in the airlock. The RFG is a radio frequency group that is an S-band antenna.
Can't see the other side with the low gain.
You're doing great. Perfect. Coming.
Another 30 to go.
Going.
The RFG stowage continues to proceed.
You're looking perfect.
Which our heads are going to get real close here.
Go a little bit closer to
What's that? So this
George
way?
Station.
This way?
Yep, right there. Keep coming.
All right, you just have to back your head up a little bit. Go down, yeah.
Keep going. It barely fits, but it went in. Keep going.
Another 15 centimeters for publish.
Yeah, keep going.
Parts in.
Parts in.
That's published.
That's great.
So let it go.
You let it go.
All right. Got the donut just on the edge there.
Let it go. Can you lean back?
Yeah, I can lean back. You got it.
Butch, good job letting Nick do all the work there.
Absolutely.
Avoid bumping the RFG during airlock
All right.
stow to protect the Z93 paint and the low gain antenna.
We'll try.
All right, Butch, now that you're getting back outside, just need a quick word on any flakes you thought might have been coming from the RFG, or if it was just anything else that you saw in there. And I'm going to have you stow the bolt puller while you've got it available before we pick up with micro org.
Where do you want me to stow it?
It's going to go right above you in the airlock toolbox. Sorry.
Goes in the starboard one, right, Steve?
Yeah, it goes in the starboard airlock toolbox. So once you get stable, I need you to double check your safer handles down, and I'll have you stow that before you do your glove and hap checks and the thermal cover as well. But did you see any RFG flaking on the paint or any other indications?
I did not. Safer handles are down.
Safer handle.
Sunny, stand by while I plug in the next geocast.
Roger that. Stand by.
To get it in place and you close those two tabs, let me know.
If you are just joining us, this is Mission Control Houston providing live coverage of US EVA 92. We are past the 4-hour and 22-minute mark of today's EVA. Today's EVA began at 6:43 a.m. Central, and this spacewalk was the third attempt at the removal of the radio frequency group and S-band antenna. Using a little bit of brute force on this third attempt, the crew were able to remove and stow the RFG in the Quest airlock. Teams on the ground are continuing to re-evaluate if the crew can complete the second task planned for this EVA, the microorganism swab. Meanwhile, the crew is going back to the external stowage platform 2, the location of the RFG, to complete cleanup of the work site. We will keep you posted.
The 2 tabs are in place. It is in.
Excellent, Butch. Now, if you close the toolbox door.
Toolbox door is closed.
Just close the door. Just one of the latches. That's all I need from you is one of the latches on the door.
Both latches are closed.
Okay, when you get a chance, glove and haps from everybody.
Hap is dry, gloves are good.
Copy, Sonny.
Hap is dry, stand by on the gloves.
If you want to sit there for a minute, we want to give Sonny a chance to get off the arm and work that APFR to make sure we get it out of that whiff before we send you out to finish out the microorgs.
Okay. She's going to do the MLI.
Yeah, we'll have her pick up the MLI, provided that the whiff, we get the APFR out of the whiff successfully.
Roger.
Sure. Our plan is to have Sonny clean up everything out at ESP2 once we get the whiff moving, check the whiff, and we'll send you out to do the microorganisms, the full thing on the other side of the lab. We'll let you assess that. This is now clearly a get-ahead for us since you guys really accomplished the main task for the day, and let us know what you're thinking.
I'm all in.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me, too.
Okay, Sonny, we're configured to bring you in, manual approach, GCA to the published, which is going to be that 2.5 meter station aft.
Okay, sounds good. I might have you come in a little bit closer.
And we just heard that call out from our ground IV, Stephen Bowen, up to the crew, that we will continue on, or Butch Wilmore will continue on to the second task associated with today's EVA, the microorganism swab. Meanwhile, Suni Williams will go back to, or is returning back to, external stowage platform number 2 to complete cleanup of the work site. This was the work site where the RFG was initially installed.
Another 1.5 meters to go. You go.
How much?
Just as a reminder, the second task that Butch Wilmore will be conducting today is the collecting of microorganism samples. The goal of this task is to swab external locations on the ISS to determine the presence of any microbial life surviving at vacuum. They're specifically checking locations where microbes from inside the ISS could be deposited on external surfaces, like around the vents, the airlock, and commonly used handrails.
I want to start ramping out. About 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, ramped out.
Yep.
How's that look?
It looks good. How much more was left for published?
5 centimeters.
Oh, we're fine. We're good.
Brace coming up.
Great. All right, I'm going to get out of the arm.
Your hands might be a little bit worn, so I'll send Butch over. And
I got it.
Oh, she got it. Excellent.
Yay, good job.
Yes. All right, so we're looking for a clocking of 6.
6, we go full. Good. Papa.
6, Papa, Foxtrot, 6, with 5.
Okay. Just to review this tether swap, just to make sure I remember. Main hook goes on first. Correct? Right.
Yeah.
Hello?
The single line is where you count to 12, and then you rotate from there to get to 6, and that'll be 6. And then give us a pull twist check and a check black on black and check the pitch knob locks and can be depressed.
Oh, sorry. That ACFR is in and locked. There's no good twist pull test. Look black on black. Established. I'm talking about my tether swap.
All right, that sounds good. And with that, I think we're ready for your tether swap, and we'll set you up for cleaning up the rest of ESP2 and getting pictures. And Butch, you can head over, pick up microorganisms. Looks like you've already picked up the microorganisms themselves off of handrail 554. Is that correct?
That's correct. I have it. I'm ready to go. You want me to go?
This is Mission Control Houston at 4 hours and 34 minutes into today's spacewalk. Just to do a little bit of a recap, at 10:24 a.m. Central Time this morning, Suni Williams surpassed former NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson's aggregate record of EVA hours. Whitson currently sits at 60 hours and 21 minutes of aggregate time, and Suni Williams' record keeps mounting at each surpassing time.
Still at 3.
Suni Williams will have 9 spacewalks completed after today's EVA, while Peggy still has 10 under her belt. Once again, NASA astronaut Suni Williams in red stripes that you are seeing on your screen right now just surpassed the record of total EVA hours by a woman astronaut.
A lot of good handholds over here, Butch. See why you were sort of moving around a lot.
And Butch, once you complete that sampling, you can stow it and let us know, and then we're going to translate you back to the crew lock. And Suni, how's it going with the MLI?
Okay.
Step by step. I'm working it.
All right, Butch, you're heading back to the airlock, aft to airlock handrail 0513.
0513. Okay. I'm trying to reach down here to figure out where I could put it around, but I remember Greer saying that it was almost too long, but it actually is not if I'm going around the stanchion handrail.
You don't have to go around the stanchion handrail at all. You should be able to stay on the MLI as much as possible.
Big one. Big one. Are you done? I'm done. Get myself squared away here. All right. Wait just a second. Okay. I'm ready to get in. Come on in. All right, let's try this. Let's see if we can do it. Feet are going to be coming in. Yep. I'm looking for it. I'm forward.
And we can see here the crew getting back into the airlock as we near the end of US EVA 92.
Butch and Sunny, as you're doing this, when you get a chance, let me know when you turned your heckers off.
Preventing me from getting in. Okay, feet. You got to bring your feet now. Yep. Towards the hatch. Okay. Yeah, you need to come forward as well. I think your back is catching. And bring your feet forward. Feet forward.
Crew is continuing to ingress into the airlock as they begin repressurization.
All right, now then, see if you can come up. All right, stand by. I need to get the thermal cover.
Don, good question on the step wrist tether. When you're handling the RFG, you will need to have that on.
To that, I go all anti-static tethered up, and I'll be ferreting the RF group out of the way while it gets EV crew out of the airlock.
I didn't even know you there. What's that?
Houston copies.
Hey, can you undo my waist tether, Sonny? Yes. He's just undoing this side. That's all right. This goes with the microorganisms on that tether. He don't have to do it now, of course. Hey, you guys were studs for that arm today.
And we can see that hatch door has opened and the crew are getting back inside the equipment loft of the International Space Station. Nick Haig in the front of our screen here is helping to remove the safer units off the first suit. And the astronaut in the suit in front of us right now is NASA astronaut Butch Wilmore, with Suni Williams following slowly behind him as soon as that safer unit has been removed. Wilmore's suit being attached to the brackets of the equipment lock, and the safer unit in Don Pettit's hands. We can see Suni's legs, Suni Williams' legs dangling into the screen, and the little device kind of on top of her and going to the right is the RFG that was removed during today's EVA. So NASA astronaut Nick Hague is working to get things in order to bring Williams back inside and remove her safer unit.